Alright, this video is going to show you how to take a Ryobi or any brand 7-inch wet tile saw and make a flat lap out of it. This courtesy of being inspired by Lapidary Dave. Please like and follow his channel. So here's our regular wet saw, 7-inch, and they're all going to be pretty much the same. So the first step is we're going to remove this plate. Almost all of them just lift right up. That exposes the saw itself, the wheel. And if you buy it new, even if you buy it used, make sure you get the tools. So you need these 2 wrenches to hold it in place while you loosen it. Alright, so you can just loosen that up. Take this out of the way, remove these tools, because it's going to get busy. Alright, now this will be in the way as we're going to be doing. This is a 5/8 arbor, which is the size of the hole in there. And we're going to take out this plate. It's just 4 little screws. Alright, now we got both plates off. What you'll notice with these is almost all of them are going to have plastic construction. The one thing with this one, it has a nice metal bar. That's the reason I picked this one, because when I have it oriented this way, it has a nice base, even though I'm going to cut all this off. And so the only tools you really need is some kind of Sawzall. So we are going to try it with this guy. We bought a new fresh blade, a little bit longer one. Might make the job a little bit easier, but shouldn't have any problem cutting through the plastic on this side. And then I've already, with that same one, started to test it on that bar to see how it'll come out. Looks like it should come out no problem. And after we're done with that, we're pretty much ready to add our watering system and pads and kind of take it from there. All right, a little update. So we've cut through both bars on this side and both bars on this side, and so we left a little bit of room. Let's see how it all comes together. Alright, so that little blade was able to do it. It had some wear and tear on it. It's only a 6-inch blade, so if you're wondering what you need, as long as it's relatively sharp. Didn't have the straightest of lines, but we are free from that, and we have a real nice stand. Power switch right there. A little bit of an angle, but I think that's okay. And let's move on to the next step. I may have failed to mention this earlier in the video, but I am not a handyman by any stretch of imagination. This is the first time I've used a Sawzall on metal or plastic. I've used it to trim up some tree branches that were cut down. But I say that because it should be an encouragement to you that if you're a rock hound and you want to start polishing some rocks, it really doesn't take much. Get a little $40 7-inch wet tile saw and quick modification, and we'll go on to the next step. So like I said, keep in mind, I am not sponsored by anybody. This is not a plug for Harbor Freight. They just happen to have cheap tools. So there's a little light I got for $1.79. I got this 7-inch hook and loop sanding backer. It's weird, they make this 7-inch, but they only sell the pads in 6, 4, and 8. So it's called the hook and loop system. We're going to try this 80 grit with a wet system, apply it here, and see how it works. Alright, this might be our first hang up. So this doesn't go all the way through. I don't see how to attach it. So we're going to pause the video here, and we're going to wait for the flat lap disc that we got, 7-inch, to come in, and we'll try it that way. We were trying to do the sanding method, but I don't see how to attach this. And the reason I picked this is that it has a 5/8 arbor, so it matches up perfectly with that hole. If you're shopping, you're going to find that the 4-inch stuff are a lot cheaper, but they're usually 1/2 inch, and this is 5/8. Apparently they make an adapter, but Harbor Freight didn't have it. And it's kind of hard to find it on Amazon because they just want you to buy something and they don't care if it's the right thing. So if you have a link to it, go ahead and put it in there, and that might help me out. So stay tuned for later in this video as we just go with the original intent, which was the sanding wheel. Alright, so you can see we went ahead and just put the cutting wheel back on. I probably will cut this out more at a later date if I ever want to do a bigger wheel. I did want to leave a little bit of a lip here, kind of a splash guard. So we'll kind of check that out. Just messing around with that extra plate made a temporary splash guard. I don't know how secure it'd be. I think with the vibrations it might come off. But don't be so quick to throw everything out, because you might find a purpose for it.